Hi Aries, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get right into this general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first 2 weeks in October. I'm going to be pulling some crowning energies. I'll be one Black Moon Tarot, crowning energy, and then a prosperity message from Wisdom of the Oracle. And then we'll do the spread. But while I'm doing this, guys, I'm going to talk a little astrology. You guys might want to stay tuned in because we do have full moon at 20 degrees of you on October 13th. But if you're not interested in the astrology aspects going on, just fast forward until you see me pulling the cards, guys, okay? No worries about that. So, October 1st, we have Venus in Libra, square Pluto and Capricorn. Okay, so a little bit of like wonky stuff and clashes having to do with, you know, could be love, could be money, could be a little bit of both. You feeling like someone or something is kind of getting in the way of you wanting to move forward in the way that you want. So you might feel this at the very beginning. There are 8 transits going on, big transits going on, guys, this month. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but a few I think need addressing, and that's one of them. And then second to that is October 2nd to 3rd, Pluto direct at 20 degrees of Capricorn. This is about deep lessons, guys, deep inner work or plans finally starting to rear their heads, but you being pushed to ask some big questions. You know, Pluto really wants us to acknowledge what isn't working for us, wants us to keep what's good, right? And recognize that. It's about power and completion and conclusion. There's nothing negative about Pluto, and a lot of people get very afraid of Pluto, but Pluto pushes us to say, like, really ask ourselves, who do I trust? Who's not trustworthy? You know, really wanting us to push out the mind games just to really take care of ourselves. But the games we play with ourselves and the mind games that we've allowed other people to play on us and just not having it in our life anymore, right? Because you don't have to stay in a situation that's not good for you. Anything good for you should be transitioning out of your life, you know? And then on the 12th, we do have the shadow of Mercury retrograde beginning, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to hang on that too much. And then October 13th, full moon, 20 degrees of you, Aries, right? Okay, I just want to talk about this for a second. Aries is very male. Assertiveness. Libra, even though Libra is a masculine sign, there's a femininity to it because it's ruled by Venus. And that's all about partnerships and fairness, right? And then we have Pluto coming in to challenge all of this. So there's going to be a lot of projection going on with this full moon. Jealousies, issues, just things coming to the surface, right? And what can end up resulting here are power struggles. But we do have Jupiter is in harmony here, right, with the sun and the moon, right? Trining the moon, sextiling, you know, the sun. So within all of the crazy, we do have the supportive Jupiter energy, which is entirely great. So this is a great month, but it's almost a little bit of like, dare I say, almost like a frenetic month for you, Aries, because I feel like a lot of stuff's going to be coming to fruition. A lot of stuff, there's going to be, you know, changes and illumination and things happening. It's not going to be entirely easy, but the other side of it is going to be really good stuff. Okay, let's pull you crowning. Libra, I balance. And during Libra season, and I do want to say Libra season, yes, we're in Libra season, but we have so much Scorpionic influence, it's not even funny right now. Really, lots of Scorpio influence. Yeah, so let's talk about that Libra energy. I mean, you know, Libra is, you know, known for changing their minds and opinions, right? What's true one day may not be true the next. And because, you know, this energy is so balanced, there is the ability to see every side to every issue, right? But there's this back and forth. And so I'm getting you very much tapping into your Libra energy because we all have all the planets in our chart, right? So I feel like there's going to be this sense of like vacillation for you, Libra. Like, does that make sense? Like, some of you are going to be trying to figure out, you know, should I do this? Should I do that? Just really trying to find that space, you know, that makes the most sense to you. All right. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but let's pull our Wisdom of the Oracle, our prosperity message, and let's see if we can't connect the two to have a good foundation of energies before we pull the cards. Chaos and conflict. This is hilarious. Okay. So we have, the scales, it's all about balance and fairness, and then crazy with it, right? So that definitely speaks to me about this month. But let's finish talking about this Libra I balance. So, Libra rules, first of all, the seventh house of partners in marriage. So, those getting this energy, I'm being told this has something to do with a partner, okay? This can be a sign of codependency. Many of you might be pairing up quite quickly with somebody new, or reaching a deepening within your relationship very quickly. But Libra is the sign of lovers and romance, and for you male Libras, for you male Aries who are tapping into this Libra energy, you guys are really in a space of really understanding the ladies and the women in your life right now in a big way. I do want to say that. But guys, this does tell me that you are riding the fence over something and you need to make a decision soon. And if you don't make the decision, if you don't make it, it's going to be made for you. And the potential for you not liking that turnout, that decision being made for you, is pretty high if you don't act. So you really want to make whatever decision, whatever's on your heart right now, whatever situation is front and center for you right now, you need to make that decision. Now, this is definitely a favorable energy for romance and relationships. It does indicate a time where relationships are going to become happier and more content towards the end of this period. Right now, it's just about everything has to be fair and balanced, and it's important not to sacrifice your own feelings or desires simply because you want to avoid conflict right now, Aries. Okay, you don't want to avoid the chaos and conflict. Yes, because as a prosperity message, look, circumstances appear to be undefined. Maybe a little, as it says here, chaotic, but everything that's happening right now in your life is in truth shaking things up so that you can find the real path to your prosperity. It might be a little a bit of a stormy time. You might feel like both feet are not planted right now, as if there are opposing forces wherever you turn. But just know that there's a divine purpose in all of this. And everything that doesn't work is being taken from you so that the truest parts of yourself are left standing, And that's really all. To me, this is very much that Plutonian influence too, as I mentioned. The events that are occurring now are essential for your ultimate prosperity, Aries. This is very divinely inspired, even though it doesn't appear that way right now. You're going to find out in time that that's definitely the case, okay? Definitely the case. All right, so let's pull some cards. Let's pull some energies. First, going to pull two for your past. I did already shuffle these. Let me do a quick shuffle on camera. Two for your past, two for the person or situation you're dealing with's past, your present, and your fears. And then we'll sweep that and we'll get into your blockages, outcomes, okay? So, two for the past. Okay. Interesting. Present. Oh, Aries, are any of you dealing with a Cancer? I don't know why I'm feeling that. Okay. So in your past, King of Pentacles reverse is you because it's a core card. So this can, and guys, listen, general messages, you know the deal. Those of you who are new to tarot on this platform, this is not a personal reading, right? So not all the messages will apply. Some will completely resonate, some will not. Take what resonates throughout the rest, and also understand that the energies are very enmeshed when we're doing these kind of readings. So what I say applies to you can certainly be to your partner and vice versa. So apply it as it sees fit. But we're just doing the reading of the energy here. So King of Pentacles reverse tells me that either you or somebody you're dealing with was not in a space where you guys were either feeling supported by the person you were with, or you were being supportive enough of the person or situation that you were involved in. Because King of Pentacles is all about having it figured out, having the resources, having the ability to be mentally connected, psychologically connected, in a great physical space. So the fact that it's reversed tells me that those things were not being either executed by you or you weren't feeling it by somebody else. But now we have the Four of Pentacles. So this tells me, though, Aries, that this might very well be you. The Four of Pentacles upright, a lot of readers call it the miser card, right? But it doesn't, you could be actually incredibly generous with your finances and maybe not as forthcoming with what you give emotionally, what you give mentally, what you give, psychologically to a relationship. And there are many, many reasons for this. It could be that you're not feeling that this person is right for you, or that they don't deserve it, or that you just don't have the capacity, or you might be still nursing an old fear. Or an old scar from a past relationship that you're really having a hard time opening up and really letting, the best parts of yourself shine. Now, this could be you feeling this within yourself, this being you holding this back, okay? Or this could be you really being in a space of wanting this support, but you feeling like you're with somebody in this past space where they weren't giving you what you needed. Okay, so either of those will apply. But as far as the person or situation you were going to, listen, they were not giving you their full heart, right? King of Cups reverse is about holding back emotionally. And a lot of times this can be a very manipulative energy when it's dealing with emotions. So there can be a lot of emotional games being played here. Not fully disclosing how they felt about you or how they feel about a situation. However, they do view you as, or they did view you in the past as somebody who they can have that ultimate attainment with. So that's one scenario, right? Because I want to give a couple of different interpretations of these cards because it's a general reading. So for some of you, you're dealing with somebody who views you as their ultimate utopia in the past, meaning somebody who they felt very connected to. They felt like they were going to have what they wanted in life with you. But at the same time, they weren't being completely forthcoming about their emotions. And because of that, I feel like it was making you struggle with a real solid connection, right? A real solid connection. Now, for others of you, I'll pick the cards up again, I do want to say that this can also indicate the person you were dealing with in your or the past situation of this person or situation. They were dealing with someone in their past who, because again, this is another core card, so it can be them or someone else, where they were taken advantage of. They did not feel well matched with emotionally. They were not in a good relationship. And then they meet you and they feel like, okay, wow, so much better. I can have everything I'm looking for with this person. So it really could be one of those situations as far as the past goes. Now with the present, for you, Aries, we have the Two of Wands. So this is you feeling motivated to look out into your future and you making that decision. You have in your right hand, you have the World, and you feel very motivated, but you're just trying to decide between which path, which idea, which person, which job, which situation do you feel most motivated by? Do you feel most moved by? You need to make a decision because, wands are will to move forward. There's this forward movement and you have to move forward in a certain area of your life. You can't stay exactly where you are. And you trying to reason out this decision of what you feel is best for you is creating conflict, I feel like, within yourself, I feel, as well as an external conflict with somebody else. But the fact that it's reverse is telling me that there's a sense of dishonesty here because, first of all, no one's winning here. Okay, no one's winning with the Five of Swords. And swords are truth. Swords are words, but they're also truth. And in the reverse, that indicates to me some sort of deceit. So I feel like you're trying to figure out your next path moving forward. with the knowledge that either you're not being completely honest with somebody or a situation that you're with, or you're not being completely honest with yourself. And this is creating confliction with inside of you. I feel like you're very back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Libra, Libra. See how beautiful tarot is, Aries. How it all makes sense. Yes, I'm feeling, yes, I'm getting here. This is confliction. This is you wanting to move forward, but you being a conflict both within yourself and with somebody, someone or something external to you, as far as what the next step is. You know you can't stay exactly where you are, okay? Now for them, this is creating this unwillingness, this block for them, as far as them giving you their full heart, right? Because cups are emotions. And in the reverse, this tells me that they're holding it back. They're holding it back. And temperance reverse tells me that things are not being created, handled in a fair way. Things are not being handled in a Libra way, in a balanced way. Because upright temperance is the alchemical card, right? It's about taking what you want and you need, and I want and what I need, and it's combining it to a new, third, healthier sort of embodiment of, you know, what the relationship needs, right? And in the reverse, that tells me that that's not happening, that somebody is not choosing the fair route, okay? So Aries, I'm getting that you guys are not being treated very fairly, and this is really putting you across purposes with yourself. You're being pushed, Aries. I'm getting that you're being pushed very, very strong to look at things that you don't really want to look at. Things that you know in reality are, I mean, because Aries, I mean, you guys are so, like, first of all, you're so smart. You're the leaders, right? You are the leaders of the zodiac. You're the leaders. And you are very proactive. You're very assertive. You're very, come on, let's get things done. And I'm getting that somebody's shady behavior, or, you know, lying through omission, or, you know, deflection, or little mind games. There's mind games in this energy, okay? Is just putting you in a space of saying, like, hold up and sit down, you know, like, I got to figure this one out, is what I'm getting. You're in a space of feeling right now. Yeah, because what's in your fear is, you know, you being able to have a successful emotional experience with this person, and you being able to reach ultimate attainment. Because the Nine of Cups is about attainment, and it's things coming to fruition. You're not at the Ten of Cups yet, but it's attainment. It's positive, and it's you feeling good about it. There is a sense of a healthy ego involved with the Nine of Cups energy, which I'm not mad at, right? But this is in your fear position. You're afraid that this attainment is not going to actually happen. Things are not going to roll out the way that you see, that you feel you need with this situation or this person, right? Because you're afraid of them being willing to be on the same page with you, with that Page of Cups in your fear. And in their fear, the Empress reverse is about them fearing that things are not going to be able to be cultivated with you. Things are not going to be able to grow, expand, and you guys are not going to be able to arrive at that beautiful space together. That's the Empress reverse, because the Empress is the mother of the tarot. It's all about creation together. Right? It's the seed, and she cultivates it, right? And then she gives birth to it, and then she does it all over again. And in the reverse, it's, to me, I'm getting that this person or situation is afraid that they're not going to have this with you. And they're afraid of things just ending in this space of you guys being in this place where you guys are together, but you're emotionally disconnected and mentally disconnected. And where there's just like this dishonesty, right? But nobody's moving. But it's there, you know? And you guys are kind of stuck in this space of lack of growth and just this lack of movement. And I feel like this is what this person or situation is afraid of. And again, Aries, flip the energies how you see fit. But that is very clear to me for sure. Yes. Yeah, so let's sweep these and get some information on your blockages. I feel like we're going to get more information there. And outcome. Blockages and outcome. Yeah. Very interesting. I have like a very heavy feeling in my chest right now and at the base of my throat chakra. Aries, communication. Oh, people are not being straight, okay? They're saying things one way and they're not. Okay. Blockage for you. Okay. All right, I'm going to need to pull more cards on that, but let's talk about what we have right now. Okay, so in your blockages, I have the Two of Swords reversed and the Six of Wands reversed. Six of Wands reversed is you feel very disrespected, Aries, straight up. So, you know, that's a blockage for you. That's creating a thing because I'm getting that you are communicating. You feel that you're communicating really effectively of what you want and need and what's necessary for you to feel healthy and balanced and, you know, just in a good space within this relationship or this situation, and you're being very disrespected. And the Two of Swords reverse tells me that you're not being totally honest with yourself about everything, Aries, all right? Because the Two of Swords upright, it's about you being at cross purposes. You know, needing to, you know, this could be cross purposes with yourself. This could be cross purposes with another person, right? Either one, it doesn't really matter. There's this sense of confliction here. There's this conflict. And you're trying to take a mental space, some mental space right now, sit in a breather. This indicates a breather before making a final decision. So in the reverse, this tells me that either you're not being really honest with yourself because, again, swords of truth, and in the reverse, it's dishonesty, or you struggling with somebody being on. Okay. I'm getting that you are having a very hard time trusting someone. That is coming through very strongly. Someone is saying something to you. They're telling you their truth, but you're not believing them. You're not believing them. And you're in a place right now where you're taking a breather and you're thinking everything through and you're trying to figure out whether you should trust them and the situation or not. And this is blocking you right now. Yes. Sorry, sometimes the messages come in really quickly and I just have to interrupt myself as they come in. Okay, so the person, So the person that you're dealing with just does not feel very supported and very understood here. And with this Five of Wands, I mean, the Five of Wands, there's just this lack of willingness to move forward in a fair and balanced way. And they don't feel like they are being treated fairly. They don't feel like they're being treated fairly. So there's definitely poor communication here, okay? That explains the throat chakra. There's poor communication going on here. There's not a lack of trust. But let's check out the outcome and then let's see if we can. So for you, King of Pentacles, beautiful. And then we have the Seven of Swords reverse. Okay, so King of Pentacles, Aries, man, you're where it's at. This is you feeling very like you have what you need to move forward in your life, and you feeling a very, very strong conviction to honor yourself and put yourself in a space of having what you need regarding resources, regarding your mental space, your psychological space, your physical space, and you just really having a wait and see attitude about the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords, to me, in this energy, is about you really facing some sort of dishonesty that you've had to deal with. Now, in their outcome, we have the Page of Cups, them wanting to give you their heart. They very much want to give you their heart, but they're in a space of really looking at everything and how everything has played out up until now, right? That's the Hangman energy. And just taking a minute to breathe and make a decision on of how things should be moving forward. But Aries, I do get that you had to deal with some sense of dishonesty. Now, whether this was something that you weren't being honest with yourself about regarding your own behavior, or something that happened external to you, but regardless, let's pull some more energy. Okay, Five of Cups, the Empress, So we have the Five of Cups is about disappointment and not being able to see the good in a situation. The Empress reverse tells me that intuition is being ignored here, okay? The ability to create something with this situation is being inhibited right now because truth came out. Seven of Cups upright is about not having all the information to move forward, and in the reverse it tells me that you know, all of a sudden things do become clear and the missing information rears its head. And Aries, this tells me you are ready to take a new start. I have to tell you, the Knight of Cups reverse is somebody who's being emotionally manipulative and you making the decision to step the hell away from this. And you're just not, you seeing a better world for yourself, a better life, a new start. A new start away from this King of Cups is what I'm getting you feel right at the end of this 2-week outcome. Yeah. There's an unwillingness on your part at the end of this 2 weeks for you to take part in anything that's not respecting you and feeding your heart space. But I do get that, I don't know if everybody's being honest with themselves about this here. Need more information, please. See, I didn't even direct the information. I'm just asking, give me more information. Because this is like, all right. There is a willingness to take this chance with this person or the situation from both of you. There is the willingness to take the leap of faith. But yet, it's like, who's going to make the first move? Who's going to make the first move, you know? Are you going to make the first move? Am I going to make the first move? Are we going to just sit here and wait? And wait and wait and let the clock tick and let the clock tick. And then we have the Two of Swords reverse again. This is the second Two of Swords reverse here. Right? So I get that, you know, but for this I'm getting that, you know, there's this cross purposes and in the upright it's about taking a minute and really making that decision about, you know, what are we going to do? To me, this way means a decision's going to be made. Like there is no time taken here to make the decision. The decision is made in this reversal and you guys end up at the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Okay, Aries, please don't take any offense to this because I love Aries, okay? But you guys know that you are the babies of the zodiac. You know you are the first sign, okay? Part of your archetype, and all the archetypes have positive and negatives. We're all awesome, but we all have stuff we need to work on. There is an element of immaturity in this that I'm feeling, but I'm not only getting it from you, I'm getting it from your partner too. Because it's like, yeah, I want to do this. You go first kind of thing, okay? But then when you guys do, because you are going to have this meeting of the minds where everything's going to just kind of be like, blah, this is how I feel and this is the truth and this is whatever. You guys are going to be able to reach that ultimate happiness together where you guys both feel supported and you're going to have healthy communication with this Pentacle energy and you're going to have what you need in reality to move this thing forward. And that's beautiful. This is a very reality-based, earthy card to get. I love this, all right? What a funny reading. You guys are going to be fine. You're just going to go through it. And I have a feeling the reason this came out is because we have October 13th, that full moon at 20 degrees of you. This is going to be a very heavy, heavy full moon. Because we have a lot of, you know, things coming home. We got Jupiter and Sag, right? We have things coming home. So just know that it's going to be a bit of a ride, but you got that Ten of Pentacles as that ultimate. And there's this willingness here. I love the Fool. These are what's sticking out to me is the Fool, the willingness to move forward, having that ultimate utopia, and you guys being motivated to figure your stuff out. So Libra, that is what I have for you right now. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.